large hats. I'm buy all my stuff because I can't make anything. I'm Adrian. Hi, Adrian. I've been deceptively old now, 36. So I've been into the lolita since 2002. My stuff is more old school, tends to be old school, but primarily classic. This is probably only print or one or two prints that I own. So, and I used to make a lot of lolita and kind of so, but anything you know or want to know how to make it or you know why.
Okay, so starting off in this video, really brief. Sarah's going to watch me in this brief spiel about lolita, okay? And then we'll just start taking questions. That sounds good with you guys? And then we can get to the raffle part. Okay. Lolita is a fashion. It started in Japan, and it basically is an alternative fashion that the youth wears, and it has a very neo-Victorian is what Westerners call it, but it has a very Rococo Victorian feel. A lot of people see us and they think of us as little dolls. I know that recently there have been some like TV shows about living dolls. We don't like that. We don't like being called that. We think it's a little weird. It's kind of ironic, but still. We prefer being called Lolitas, and the whole purpose of this is to dress up and kind of feel good about yourself. Most of the brands, when you read their mission statement, they make clothing so that girls can wear the clothing and feel happy and youthful. It's not about pleasing someone else. It's not about being sexy or scandalous or anything like that. It's just getting dressed up, having a lot of fun, and that's kind of it. The really basic stuff about Lolita that you need to know, you need to have a petticoat, which I'm going to do something that you shouldn't do in public. This is a petticoat, right? So it's big and poofy. Yeah, I know. This is a petticoat, and that's what makes your skirt puffy. One of the key points about Lolita is having this sort of skirt. If you're a classic Lolita, like Sam, you can have a more subdued look where it's more of an A-line. And if you want to do over the top, which is kind of what I'm doing, over the top suite, it's going to be very poofy, like this. If you want a more casual look, you don't have to. Some dresses have skirts that, have, yes, quite casual. Some dresses have petticoats already built into them. Otherwise, you're going to have to purchase one separately. If you're thinking about getting into Lolita, research what types of petticoats you want, and that should be one of your big purchases because it needs to last you years and years if you're going to stay in the mood. Otherwise, you're going to need a dress that fits the Lolita aesthetic, which again is kind of this Victorian Rococo look. You're going to need to wear a blouse underneath, a jumper skirt, or with a skirt, so you don't want to walk around topless. If you have a one-piece, which is a dress with sleeves, you don't have to wear a blouse. Okay? Blouses should usually have finished edges, so like lace detailing here, here, and then here. And also they should have collars. You're not wearing a blouse. This is a sailor collar right here, and she also has a high neck collar. You'll notice that those have finishing edges also. Normally Lolitas wear something on their legs. Recently it's been very trendy in the summers, especially because it's hot, to wear little ankle socks. If you're doing that, kind of be careful. Don't like get the little kid ankle socks. Get the ones that are like a little bit higher in your legs, otherwise it looks a little weird. But over the knee-high socks are like this. They come up above your knee. Knee-high socks are here, and then you have tights, which a lot of girls right now like printed tights. Shoes. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that they should just automatically go out and buy black Mary Jane. If you want a really old school look, that's fine. Otherwise, I really recommend if you're doing Sweet Lolita to actually just go buy some Sweet Lolita shoes because it's really hard to find stuff in America that's going to work well. If you need custom-made shoes, there are companies in China that can make those for you. China is one of the biggest ones. They can make them certain sizes. They can do different designs. Yes. Also, Bodyline is a big supplier of Lolita shoes, Sweet Lolita shoes specifically, and also Gothic shoes. They have a wide range of sizes, a lot of colors, and they're one of the more affordable brands that you can purchase from. Let's see. Shoes, socks, petticoat, dress, bloomers. Oh, okay. I don't know if I should show this. I'm wearing bloomers underneath this. Woo, even more skin. Okay, so bloomers are so that when I bend over, the people back here don't see my butt. And also, if you sit on stuff, you're not cold. Okay, so that's what bloomers are for. It's a modesty thing. And one of the other key things about Lolita is it should be modest. It's not about having your cleavage showing or actually having your dress up to here or anything like that. It's a more modest fashion. It's more about doing nice, frilly things for yourself. Then you have like your headgear, right? So you've got bonnets, which a lot of us are wearing bonnets. Those are very fashionable these days. 2 years ago, if you did this panel, oh, no one was wearing bonnets. We were all about these giant head bows. And if 5 years ago you were here, it was all rectangular headdresses. So keep an eye out for headwear. That stuff changes like crazy. Also hats. These are coming in fashion, especially for you. At least not now. So headgear. The other thing you want to keep in mind is you can wear wigs, stuff like that. They need to be good quality. They need to look kind of natural. Kind of natural because there are like candy colored ones. If you can wear makeup, a lot of girls advise it because it kind of completes your look. If you can't, just make sure your face is washed and that you have, you're not like greasy and that your bangs aren't all greasy or anything like that. But generally, you just want to look put together. And then last but not least, everyone wants to hold up a purse of some kind. I don't know where mine wandered off to. Purses in Lolita come in many shapes, many sizes, all sorts of stuff. Here's mine. Okay, so purses are kind of one of the most entertaining things in the world because, yeah. These things are awesome because you can go ahead and use them in everyday life. You're like, holy crap, where'd you get that? But then also you can coordinate it with all sorts of stuff. That's kind of basics. Let's talk about the categories, but I swear I'll shut up and you guys can answer questions, okay? So let's start with you, old school. Alright, so old school Lolita, a lot of people say that it comes from otome, which is another type of fashion in Japan. Basically, back in the day, there weren't a lot of prints, not a lot of embroidery. So her dress is printed, but usually if you do see a print, it's going to be a floral or something like that. Also, a lot of lace details. Still, you'll see that she's got the cupcake shape for her skirt and everything, but there's a lot of lace details. So you've got the different tiers right here, the bows down the front, all that sort of stuff. That type of very plain, like colored dress, but with all the details, that's considered old school by today's standards. Because it's not out of fashion, but it's also one of the most common things that people see and get into nowadays. Sweet Lolita, let's start with you. Alright, so she's doing a more casual, toned down version of what Sweet Lolita is today. Sweet Lolita used to look exactly like this, except with like, well, even this is Sweet Lolita, it's old school, but it used to just be a plain dress, right? No, I'm trying, okay? I like to talk about this, it's like my thing. So, okay, but nowadays, Sweet Lolita has become all about prints, and that's where I think it gets confusing for people because I'm gonna shut up, okay? So it's about prints. It's about prints. There's 3 of us. Okay. And it kind of has a much more youthful, modern feel to it now than it used to. So Kim's got little alpacas on her dress, little overlay. These are really popular right now. And you'll notice that the different prints for Sweet Lolitas tend to be very cutesy. Alpacas, ponies, those candies you get at Valentine's Day, hearts, stuff like that. That's pretty common for Sweet Lolitas. You also see a lot of pastel colors. Go with Classic next. Classic has a more A-line style. It also tends to be more mature, much closer to the Victorian aesthetic that most people think of when they think of Lolita. Hers actually has Victorian ladies on them. And typically you're going to see like jewel toes. I'm sorry. If you have questions about the difference between Victorian and Rococo, ask this one, okay? Are you? Yes, these two. Okay, so jewel tones, things like that. And then Gothic Lolita is actually probably the most commonly known in the States, especially in the convention scene. Usually you see all black, black and white, black with white details or print, the jewel tone with black print. But the thing that actually makes an outfit Gothic is usually the overall feel of it, not necessarily that it's black, because there's plenty of darker Sweet Lolita prints. For example, there are a lot of dresses that have like cathedral prints or crosses, things like that, and it has kind of more of a somber feel. That's usually the Gothic Lolita stuff. Just because something's black and white doesn't necessarily mean it's Gothic Lolita. There's Sweet Lolita with black and white. Anyway, okay, just let's do questions now. So, anyone got questions?
They're different years, and Rococo is more commonly referred to as in France, and Victorian is when it was under the Queen Victoria. It was just like when England was under the rule of Queen Victoria,
Like about 1830, whenever she came.
Yes.
What kind of dress is yours and what style?
This dress, I personally consider this to be a Sweet Lolita dress. It's from a Sweet Lolita brand called Angelic Pretty.
3 months ago, and I felt this was the most comfortable I've felt in this dress in about a year and a half. So there are some brands, Innocent World, if you can find them currently. I was told another brand, I forget their name off the top of my head. Meta's kind of good. Meta's okay. I have a old, straight, red and white Meta dress, and I get the quadruple breast thing. I'm chesty. Let's just call it spade a spade. Yeah. So you have one of two options. Find a brand who is forgiving, and there are a few. I just can't remember the other one off the top of my head right now. Or make it. I have brands.
Another thing that you can do is, if you don't want to commission or you can't sew yourself, is you can get pieces from Taobao, which unfortunately I did not bring with me. Taobao is a Chinese website, and there are a lot of Chinese. Oh, okay, yeah. This blouse is custom made for my size from a brand on Taobao called Dear Selfies. I send them my measurements, they make the blouse for me. There are other sites that will do that. Plus Friend is one of the more well-known. I personally would stick with better Taobao brands because they tend to have nicer quality. I'm going to sit down because I'm going to start talking again. But Taobao, look up tutorials on how to use Taobao. You need a shopping service typically to get those items. But it's really worth it if you can get the item custom made to fit you specifically.
I have custom stuff too, and the custom stuff is really great when you can get it. And some are more affordable than others, so let's check your different avenues on your own account.
The last note on that one is there's sometimes local seamstresses. They're very, very good, and usually they'll do custom measurements. You can commission them and contact them through either Store Envy or Facebook or something like that, which is a wonderful option for those of us that come in and do stuff. I know there was originally a question way back.
Maury Girl Lolita? Yeah. There's a lot of like people who like to mix stuff, but it's not what you would consider a thing per se. People can mix their own styles as they please.
Maury Girl is kind of more classic. The whole idea of Maury is to kind of be comfortable and to not wear a petticoat. So it's like really long dresses, no petticoat, anything like that. It's basically stuff you would wear comfortably in the summer. So you can wear it with classic, but the whole thing is without the petticoat, it's basically not Lolita.
Yes.
I realize that you guys say Lolita Lolita, so is there like a difference between the two, or do you just not like
Say that one more time, a little bit louder. The door opened right then.
I realize that you guys keep on saying Lolita instead of Loletta, so is there a difference between the two, or do you guys just prefer Lolita?
Most girls that I have met in America, because it's spelled Lolita in the way of the American pronunciation, we all just say it the American way instead of altering it to be a different form, per se. If you're specifically asking why this is called Lolita, most people don't know, but most Lolitas don't like the association with the book by Nabokov. We don't like the association with like Lolicon or any of that sort of stuff. Yes, she apparently knows the answer.
I actually know the answer because what I was told way back in
still might be a lot for some people, but it's a lot cheaper than, say, a $300 Just Come and Jog Pretty or still even secondhand brand. And it's still a very beautiful dress, and I'm just wearing a little cardigan over it because it's hot or a blouse, but yeah, it's another option, a cheaper option than sewing, or if you can't go like doing shopping services for the auction and stuff like that. So body line's a good, super cheaper.
Also, free shout out for Truly Darling and their stuff. We do payment plans. If you want to do a deposit, pay the rest of it, we do that. We talked a little bit about it, but actually, I was hoping someone would tell us. First of all, this is called a saddle pet. This is a very casual, fun way to get into Lolita if you're really kind of interested in it. It is a very casual option that you can just kind of wear out with friends. You don't have to really wear a petticoat if you don't want. It's very cutesy, still keeps the same feel. But this is from a brand from Tampa called Infanta, and it has cute, adorable little kitties all over in these little cupcakes and chocolate. It's adorable. Yes, and it has a little hood. It's cute with little ears. Yeah, so Tampa brands are also very, very, very affordable. That one there, the dress might have, remember what it was like 80? It was like 80 for this? Yeah. And there are cheaper stores on Tampa. What you need to do is look at the ratings. They have ratings to tell you if they're really bad or if they're really good quality. Yes.
What would you say about people who want to wear animal ears with their Lolita?
Okay, does anyone else want to talk about this? You guys talk about it.
Well, I would say the way it's executed is important. My dress yesterday actually was a bear themed one. I had a bear bag and everything, and I was trying to make a pair of bear ears to go with it. And I've seen that actually is very common. You have like maybe like the little ears, like bear or maybe cat ears, but it has to be done the right way. Or bunny, yeah, or bunnies, yeah. If it's done with
about how people say, "What are you doing here?" That is very true because it's considered casual for us. So and I don't know why anybody would ask us why we're here because you see like people in actual casual people clothes that people actually consider casual here, and they don't question why they're here.
I think it's more, people feel that, some people may feel it's an invasion of a very safe space, right? Conventions are made as a safe space for people who enjoy whatever the convention's about to go to, right? And so if we're coming in here and we're like, well, we're not like you, we do this differently, that's rude, right? And we don't try to do that. We're here because we know a lot of people who are very interested in anime and things like that are also going to be interested in Lolita. Clearly you guys are, right? So you can find new friends, things like that here at these conventions, that's why we're here. And also because we like nerdy stuff, right? Like that's why everyone's here. We're in there like, oh my god, Sailor Moon, oh, you know, like that's all of us up here too, so. Yeah.
Little kitty. It's not just the ears, they also have, a more recent, kind of thing that's been popular has been like horns, like from a deer, antlers and stuff.
They have these giant curls.
Oh yeah, they're they also have ram horns, those are really fun. They sell them in Party City and you can paint them to look really realistic, it's fun, I wanna do that. But, they also, I have a pair of like antlers and they're so fun. It's just, they're always fun to put in with something.
And what's nice about our community is that we have meetups that have themes. And one time we had a Disney princess and villains theme, so I got to make Maleficent horns to wear as an outfit. And so that's something to keep in mind that even if it's not allowed, like, no cosplay type stuff, no ear headbands and stuff, you can still wear it at our meets. Because,
Parties.
yeah, at theme parties, because no one's really going to judge you. Our group is pretty friendly, so.
Guys, there's seats over here in the front if you want.
Thank you, guys. We can't really sit. Any problems? Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
What is the feeling if you want to get kind of some Lolita touches but not going kind of fully into the fashion? How do people who are kind of hardcore Lolitas feel about, oh, you're like trying to steal our accessories? Or is that kind of like, oh, awesome, you're like just starting out or something?
That's a very interesting question. It's actually, the general consensus, we do, yeah. The general consensus is kind of like, if you like this stuff and you want to buy it, a lot of girls are like, do it, wear what you want. Don't call it Lolita if it's not actually you're wearing it as Lolita, right? That's the general consensus. If you buy a bag and you're walking around in jeans and t-shirt, it's not Lolita, you got to keep bags up. But my general consensus is very much along the same line. I think you should buy what you want, wear what you want, do it,
Your body.
It's your body, it's your clothes. If we're wearing this because it makes us happy, you should do the exact same thing however you feel that suits you. Not all communities are like this, but if you are in our community, you're welcome to come if you have a general interest in Lolita fashion, you don't got any clothes. You come, we'll dress you up, it'll be fun.
I have a very strong feeling that when you start out Lolita fashion, usually with most people I've noticed the first time you try on a real Lolita dress and the real whatever you think is considered a Lolita, if you are well researched in it, you will know. It sounds weird, but it kind of, I remember posting on Facebook, guys, I'm coming out, I'm a Lolita. I'm coming out the closet, but you know, like there's something that goes off in your brain that says, this is how I want to be, like, forever, you know? So if you're not all the time, because it's very hard for girls to be like lifestyle Lolitas, you know, daily Lolitas, there's some girls who do wear it all the time, but you will definitely know. If you're, a lot of girls have asked us about that, they're like, well, I'm not sure, and I don't think I can pull it off. I didn't think I could pull it off. I'm sure everyone here has said that the first time they started. So yeah, I think you'll know for sure if you want an answer for that kind of thing.
Well, I am actually, I'm more classic goth
Oh,
when I
okay.
do it. I just don't very often because it's so hard to find stuff in my size that I can afford. Oh my gosh.
We'll help you.
But I more keep it for kind of special occasions when I really need kind of that pick me up. And I really want to do, I don't care what people say, I want to do it for myself, it makes me feel better. But I've been thinking about trying to drag more of the accessories, the general kind of very slim down look of it more into real life and getting more kind of casual dresses that I can sort of Lolita up without people realizing I'm Lolita and being fun of them.
If you wanted to do a tone down
lot of girls have posted online, got the Lolita Bible. I think Alice Deco was the one that we made your blouse from. There's a couple other like this, and they're also sewing books that are just like this. They're about $15. The sewing books will have more patterns. You can download patterns offline. This is a MOOC, which is a magazine book, and it. Oh. Okay, but anyway, so it has a lot of different styles in here. You can look through it for inspiration. Sometimes they sell in the dealer's room, but it's easier to get them online. They're cheaper. They also come with little stickers. But what you can do is you take out the pattern, which I'm not going to do, Sam. But you see how they're all these lines everywhere, and it looks kind of weird. What it is they've actually taken this tiny little piece of paper and they put all the patterns right in the middle, and they're color coded. So you need to trace them out yourself, because otherwise you're going to cut it up like we did when we all the other patterns. So don't. It wasn't cute stuff, but you need to check and see what's in, because each one has a different, like, 5 items. Also, you got to be careful with your sizes. What I used to do, because I knew, so what I would do is I would find a pattern that's like a McCall, Butterick, lolita, and I would do what I call Frankenstein stuff together, and that's how I made, like, I had this one red dress that was a replica of a baby dress from several years ago, and when I first wore it, everybody was just like floored, and it's one of my favorite dresses to this day, and it was Frankenstein from like 2 or 3 different patterns. Gentleman in the tie.
Do you have tea rooms and places that you can go and hang out?
Probably do.
And like, do you actually like work to maybe get in younger, but people who want to actually dress up if they're a little bit younger and more interested in, if they don't know anything about it, maybe you get a place to buy it?
We have online community that you can join to do meetups. I used to host meetups in kind of weird places, and we're going to be doing like the laser tag and a video game theme one later. So that's fun, right? But if you want to have a nice chill evening or afternoon, we like to go to the Empress in Tampa. There's the Rose Tea Cottage in Orlando. If you can get into that Disney one, the Grand Floridian, they have a tea room. It's delicious. We all go there dressed like this. They know us by name, all of us here. And since they know us, they're usually very good with, if you have a younger person who wants to join, you're welcome to come to the meetup. We have had younger people come with their parents, specifically chaperoning them, or I'm always happy to go meet parents if they want to meet me in person, things like that. And we will carpool back and forth with the younger person, or we can, Demetra, where are you?
I'm right here.
Right there, Demetra, stand up.
Hi.
Demetra I met when she was how old?
I want to say it was like 17, 16, somewhere around there. Yeah.
And I just showed up with a box of stuff at her house, and we dressed her up. She already had been in Lolita a little bit, but it was like
A little, not much. You actually, she helped me out a lot. She gave me a lot of old stuff. I'm actually wearing like the pair of shoes that you gave me when we first met. But yeah, I'm 19 now, but I mean, I started when I was about 16. So, I mean, it was hard because I mean, I didn't have an income, I didn't work. But I mean, if you save up enough, like I said, I started out with Bodyline. I still love Bodyline to this day. They have beautiful pieces. You can do it. You can definitely do it. So, I'm gonna sit back down.
A word on the tea rooms, we decided to go with us. It is something that is RSVP. So it's basically to get certain number of people to go, and then that was sort of so important that you know to bring to go.
Also, if you guys like tea and you live in Tampa, the Empress, which is my favorite tea house, so pretty much all the time we go there for freaking ever. They're doing BOGO this month, so you can get buy one, get one, and they have delicious food, so I recommend going there. Okay, next question. Yes, go ahead.
It's a big concern because they might ask you to come or something where that's where it's heavy. But what are most Lolitas professions?
Okay, there's a lot of different things that people do.
It's honestly what are most people's professions? Because you buy the clothes, but you're not going to change your career for the clothes. Usually, no judging if somebody has a career based on the clothes. But like there are people who are doctors that do it, fast food, some of them, stay-at-home
pointing at me, and she had on bummy, baggy, dirty, dingy, nasty sweatpants and this like raggedy shirt, and I'm like, at least I'm clean, neat, and look good. Okay. I would totally go there.
Yeah, it's like, man, we gotta go to Walmart. We look cute, but sometimes we just, you know, we gotta be really strong, and then every callous for it. Yeah, people don't get it on it.
And they were really, and they're wearing stuff that costs probably 10 times more than everything in the store.
I know, you'll even get it at the least expected of places. We were harassed at Animal Kingdom at Disney by a kid's parent who was like, "What are you gonna do that for?" Super rude. Just super rude and kept bothering us, and we almost got a fight. It was intense. It escalated quickly. I thought it was going to be like that scene in Anchorman.
Right there, real quick, that some of the people, if you're a young woman wearing fashion, and the older guys, or sometimes the younger guys, will go and they will get aggressive. In that case, do not be embarrassed or afraid to ask for help, to get security, to jump in with a family, because they are really scary, really dangerous.
Definitely don't ever feel like you're not worth going and getting someone to help you, especially if you're out of house. If somebody's harassing you, go inside to a store and say, this guy's been stalking me and harassing me, call the police. Or, you know, if you have a cell phone, just say, I'm calling the police. But if you don't want to do that, you're really scared, seriously, get out of the situation, don't confront the person, leave and get someone else to help you, because really, since it's so eye-catching, people who are predators will totally just come right and be like straight for you, like, what is that? And you don't want to.
Still